Alright, hey guys, remember CCG back in the video. With this video, I'm going to be showing you guys some Memento combos. So we're going to get started with a one card combo using Fair Witch. So we're going to normal summon Fair Witch here. Fair Witch can search out a Memento monster, so we can use this in order to search out the Tatsu. Use Tatsu here in order to pop itself. So the cool thing about Tatsu is that it's able to bring itself out, which is really nice. And then from there, we can actually send monsters to the grave equal to its level. What you want to target usually is going to be another copy of the Fairy Witch, the Goblin, and the Mace, as that does end up to level 5. And you're going to see that you benefit from having the extra Fairy Witch here. And then we're going to use Goblin here to pop itself in order to send 2 more cards. So it just fills up your grave with more monsters. So now you can use those monsters that you sent to the grave here, shuffle them back in order to get yourself the Memento Tectolica. Then during our opponent's turn here, we're actually going to be able to, like, once they activate an effect, we can stop it here. Well, not stop it, but special summon out Fair Witch here. And then Fairy Witch is actually able to search out a Memento card. And here we can utilize Memento Mace, which is actually able to steal one of our opponent's monsters. So here, obviously, the Goblin isn't going to be doing much, but in a better scenario, you'd be able to use Mace to steal anything that could be potentially really annoying for you. Alright guys, so the next combo that I have for you is using the new Memento Dark Blade and the field spell, Mementorin. So we're going to get started here. We're going to use Mementorin here. We're just going to activate it because we want to be able to just pop Dark Blade, use its effect in order to summon out the Fair Witch, and as you saw with the previous combo, we can use Fair Witch to get any Memento monster, so we're going to be using that in order to get Tatsu. Then we can special summon out the Tatsu. Now you're going to see this is kind of your way of filling up your grave with a bunch of monsters. Then you can use the field spell to actually bring out one of your Memento cards. So here we're going to use Mace. Mace's effect in order to search out any Memento card, and we can get Memento Cranium Burst. So I'm going to be showing you guys what this card actually is able to do during our opponent's turn. Then we're going to be filling up our grave with more Memento monsters, and now we can do what we did before, get out our Memento boss monster, and then during the end phase, we can use the field spell in order to get a Memento spell or trap and set it down. So here we can put Memento Fracture Dance in our spell and trap zone. So we're just going to be activating one card on the opponent's side of the field here just to show you guys what we did before. Use the Fairy Witch, search something out. And of course you want to search out the Mace because you can use Mace here. And then now we can use this card called Memento Cranium Burst, which is an insane card for this deck, as basically most of the time that this is going to be used is when you have Memento Tectolica. And once per chain, if that monster loses 1,000 attack and defense, then you can negate a monster effect. So that's really good, and you can see the value that that card provides, as you essentially have 5 negates built into this one card. And we have Memento Fracture Dance that's able to pop a card. And then if we have Memento Tectolica on the field, then we're actually able to pop another card, which is really nice and just a lot of value that this card provides. So of course I'm going to be able to pop 2 cards and negate that destruction effect. And yeah, it's a pretty simple setup, and with 2 cards you're able to get insane amount of negates, some pop destruction, and being able to steal one of your opponent's cards. Just insane value that this combo provides. Alright guys, so this is the third combo that I have for you. This is using the field spell and Fairy Witch. So you're going to see it's similar to the previous combo, but instead of using the Dark Blade in order to go to Fairy Witch, you just have to go directly into Fairy Witch. So the downside of this is that you're not going to have that extra monster to recycle, and therefore you're not going to be able to get the trap as we did before. So that's what kind of stinks about this, but at least you don't have to worry so much about interruptions, and you have another line available as well. So now we're going to summon out the Tatsu. Use Tatsu here to mill cards, so you can see the archetype is just focused on milling a bunch of cards for the boss monster as well as popping itself in order to search things out or special summon other cards out. So now we're going to special summon out our Mace, use Mace's effect in order to search out any Memento card. So that's the good thing about Memento Mace, is that it's a generic Memento search. And yeah, as you've seen with the previous combo, Cranium Burst is an insane card. Then we use Golem to fill up the grave, recycle everything, get ourselves our Memento Tectolica. And now we have the Fairy Witch here. Of course, we're going to be able to special summon that out using the Nectolictral Dragon. Use Fairy Witch, search out a card. And now we still have the Cranium Burst. So Cranium Burst, as I covered before, we're going to be able to essentially get 5 negates out of this card because Tectolica, the Nectolictral Dragon, has 5,000 attack. So we can get 5 negates. It just can't be all in one chain. So you just have to keep that in mind. But yeah, I'm just going to be showing you guys here being able to use Maze, steal an opponent's card. It's pretty powerful and pretty fun to do. Alright guys, so this is the final combo that I have to show you. So this is using Fairy Witch and Memento Bone Party. So we're going to normal summon Fairy Witch here in order to search out our Maze. Then we're going to use Bone Party in order to destroy the Maze. Then summon out the Tatsu. Then we're going to be doing something similar as we've done before, but this time we're going to use Mace in order to search out our field spell. And since the field spell is great, you've guys seen how much value it gets, especially when you pop Tatsu like this. We're going to be able to bring out our Dark Blade. Use Dark Blade here in order to go into basically whatever mental monster you want that's weaker than this guy. So that's great because, or not weaker, but a lower level than this guy. So then you can do Goblin here in order to fill up your grave with more Memento monsters, as you see I'm able to do. Well, Memento cards, because that's how we're able to set the Cranium Burst during the end phase. And then we're going to get our Memento boss monster here, set the trap card. And yeah, just a similar setup as we've done before, just different cards, but you can see this is just kind of the go-to end board for the deck, at least until we get new support and are able to experiment more with it. But let me know what you guys think about the combos and what you guys think about this archetype overall. Would you guys want to see more content with this? Maybe see me duel with other people, possibly see a deck list or something? Just let me know in the comments down below, and I'll see you guys next time. Thank you for watching.